Pigs and Kids with Gary Glinski. Chat with Golden Kin studio co-founder Kate Warren. And catch a performance from the Ky McClinton Band. It's all ahead on this episode of AHA.
Funding for AHA has been provided by your contribution and by contributions to the WMHT Venture Fund. Contributors include the Leo Cox Beach Philanthropic Foundation, Chet and Karen Alpelka, Robert and Doris Fisher-Melisardi, and the Robeson Family Foundation.
Hi, I'm Matt Rogowitz, and this is AHA, a house for arts, a place for all things creative. Gary Glinski is an artist in Schenectady who spent most of his career in film and television. In fact, I first met Gary inside this very studio at WMHT 13 years ago.
My name's Gary Glinski. I'm a figurative painter, so I like to have people of some kind in the images. I do landscapes as well, but I mostly call myself a figurative painter, and I've been painting for gosh, my whole life, basically. Graduated from Syracuse University with a degree in film production. I did animation there and documentaries, and then I spent the next 50 years, I don't know, gosh, started in 1980, working for WMHT to begin with on the Inside Albany show. Did that for 26 years.
It's February 8th, 1985. This is the opening I'm working on. I've been here for quite a long time. Day after day I work on this. I promised this back in October. This is called cell animation. These are cells, and they will be moving one at a time. They are representative of 2 frames of motion picture film.
It was remarkable. It was remarkable with Dave Hepp and Lisa Bonjensen and Peg Breen, and the names go on that were on the show. Kevin Keithley worked with him there. And at the time, the show was a long news format. So we had good crews. We had 2 and 3 people crews, and we would travel around the state and the country covering conventions, and we would do longer stories.
This pack right here, all these, that's about a second and a half right there. It's taken me about a week to ink. Black lines on a white background, crisscrossing horizontally and vertically, forming the capital. And as its recognizable shape appears, color will drip down from four sides, filling in the color of the capital.
Well, Dave, what do you think?
Give me that microphone. It's great. And Gary has spent, how many hours would you say on this, Gary?
I would say close to 1,000.
1,000 hours. And I've spent close to 2,000 hours worrying.
That's it.
But I love it now.
My experience working in motion pictures with lighting, has helped me with my painting because I understand how the light works and how it makes effects and how to, especially creating the shadows, make them over dramatic. With the paintings, as far as the subject matter goes, the earlier ones I was taking family photos and combining them to somewhat of a collage in what I called domestic dramas. Incorporate those into a little more drama, a little danger, a little humor. The first one that I did was a picture of me, actually, with a crown on my head as a child. My dad would make me, on my birthday, would make me a crown and put that on, and I really liked that photograph. It just made me feel good that my dad would, make me a little something, make me be the king, and using that as my reference, and then once again putting it into an environment where you're a little off balance. You see this cute little kid, but at the same time it's like, what's going on here? Why are he doesn't look safe in there. Why are these cords crossing? Why are these rugs, these tripping hazards everywhere? And let the viewer connect from there.
Happy birthday to you.
I worked with that for a while, and then I was getting tired of using the photos. So I said, as I was thinking what to do next, I was with a friend in downtown Troy to an antique store that was going out of business, and I came across these two little Dutch dolls that I said, wow, these are cool. I could do something with them. They're really strange looking little characters. I could get away from the photos and make little situations out of them, basically making a still life. And then I went to a department store, and there was a bargain bin, and there were these pigs. They were the same scale. This is perfect. These guys will fit right in there. So it started working from there. So I would light them, and I'd use colored paper for backgrounds. I've called them the Pigs and Kids series. And as you situate things, different dynamics happen. Oh, he fell down. Why did he fall down? We'll leave him there, yeah. And then the pigs coming in from that angle. They tell me what the story will be. If the viewer sees them as funny and a little sinister, I think I've achieved what I was after. I don't want them to be scary, but I want you to be a little off, and you can create your own little story from there. Right now, I am working on a project that I've been talking about in my own head for years, and it's in tribute to Edward Muybridge, the photographer of the 1800s. People are probably familiar with the horse running. He proved that a horse would leave the ground as he's running. So those are my references. There's all kinds of animals that he used to do these walking experiments with, and I chose these dogs. So they became these kind of fantastic little, fantasy dogs, we'll call them. And they're not really dogs anymore, but they're a Canidae, which is the term for a fox, a wolf, any kind of that kind of animal. I thought the name was a little close, so I've named some of them Rosalind Canidae and Joseph Canidae and Jackie Canidae. So they've got names like that. You got to name a painting something when you're doing it. I'm building them in cycles, so they're running cycles. So this whole project will be about cycles. This has been kind of a lifelong journey for me. I've done animations, few for myself, but mostly for work. And now I want to combine the painting and the motion picture experience together. I'm thinking of interviewing people and talking about cycles as they go through this. How it ends up turning out, I don't know. I'm kind of going into like jumping in the deep end with this. To my right.
Yeah. No, move it back. Okay, stand next to it.
Oh, should I put the red vest on? I'm retired now from 50 years of working in media, and now I'm able to work with my art, express my things. I really enjoy the immediacy of painting. When you're making a motion picture, it's a long process, from planning to editing to actually viewing and re-editing. But having paint, the tactile, the feel, the smell, immediacy, I enjoy. There we go.
Kate Warren is a photographer based in Hudson, New York, who co-founded Golden Kin, an inspiring and restorative space for LGBTQ and BIPOC creatives to work and thrive. Jade Warrick sat down with Kate to learn more.
Hey, Kate, welcome to A House for Arts today.
Hey, Jade, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm super excited to talk about your residency program. But first, I want to let the audience know a little bit about who you are and your other endeavors. So let's start with your photography. I know you're a photographer. You've been a photographer for about 14 plus years. So how did you find yourself in that passion and what kept you going?
Absolutely. I have a pretty non-traditional career path. And so I have a business marketing degree from undergrad, and then I worked in health policy consulting and tech marketing before becoming a full-time photographer in my early 20s. Wow. and so I worked in editorial and advertising photography for the past 14 years, as you rightly said. And I love photography because before that I was a dancer and a performer and a studio artist, but I found the studio art to be lonely, right? You're alone in a room drawing or painting. But with photography, especially the kind that I do, it forces you out into the world, right? You're in and of the world. And photography is a reason to go anywhere or talk to anyone. And I love the ability of photography to facilitate meaningful connections with people where I can help them feel more seen and valued as individuals, where the photograph itself then just becomes evidence, affirming evidence of our trust-based interaction with one another.
Ah, that's beautiful. Yeah. And that does tightly relate to your other passion, which is the Golden Kin, which is a residency program that you've created, I believe, with a partner. So let's talk a little bit about this. What is this residency and what's its focus, and how does it relate, again, to that togetherness?
Totally. So I co-founded Golden Kin with Megan King, who is also an interdisciplinary artist with a background in photography and fiber. And we found this 100-year-old farmhouse when we were thinking about moving down to the Hudson Valley, and it was more space than we needed, but we got the house because we really feel strongly about the importance of sharing resources with the community. And so we founded Golden Kin as sort of a two-part project. It's an artist residency and a project space. And so our mission is kind of twofold. We create space for artists to come live in our house, right, in this very domestic, supported setting, to rest and retreat from the world, reconnect with themselves, and reconnect with the landscape. Because the residency is on a 1,500-acre regenerative organic grain farm. Now, we do not farm the farm. There are professional farmers who farm the farm and do a really great job. But we are fortunate enough to be on this land where you are very in touch with the seasons. And we have a panoramic view of the Catskill Mountains. And so people come to us often in moments of transformation and change within their own personal lives, their artistic lives. And so they find the ability to sort of rest to be really important.
Yeah, and I will say radical rest and self-care is important. Is that something that the Golden Kin takes seriously, and how does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, most artist residencies, you're part of a larger cohort of people, often in a physical space designed for that purpose. We host people in our home. So when people come and be in residence with us, they join our home, and they have all the support that comes with that, both logistically and emotionally. So we have family dinners, we invite them on social outings, we help introduce them to other like-minded creative people in the region, because we feel like there are already a lot of people going to the Hudson Valley with a sort of a tourism mindset, and we think it's really important, first and foremost, for visitors to, in order to more deeply connect with themselves, connect through the local community as well.
Yeah,
I think that makes the work stronger.
Yeah, and what type of artists do you usually get in this space? Like, who does the Golden Kin look for to like step into this residency and share this space with?
Yep, so our residency specifically focuses members of the LGBTQ community and people of color. And ideally people sort of living at the intersections of those two communities, because so often those folks are the only one or two from those communities in the room. And so in our spaces, like, it's everybody. And we think it's really important to create designated safe space for those kinds of folks. And I know safe space is kind of has been a pretty politicized term, but we mean it in a way where you're able to show up as all of who you are as a person, be treated with kindness and respect and dignity, right? And be able to resonate and learn from the other people who are sort of in that sphere, right? Because as people first and as artists second, that is the most generative way to be, we think.
It really is. And would you consider, like, since you do work with a lot of communities that are currently, unfortunately, being attacked or marginalized, do you see this space creating, a space of care and rest? Do you consider that like an act of resistance?
Absolutely.
And why?
Well, because members of our communities are being attacked politically, legislatively, socially, financially at every turn. It's increasingly just dangerous to exist out in public in certain spaces as members of our communities. And so we're fighting every day just to be who we are, love who we love. And so to create space for rest and care is resistant to that, right? Like, we shouldn't have to fight for survival, space, love, respect, appreciation in every single area of our life. And so Golden Kin offers sort of an alternative mode of being, and ideally shows different ways of being that people then can bring out into their other parts of their lives.
Yeah, and that's really important right now for folks to be in spaces like that and to feel seen and to feel safe and to feel held. I think right now one of the biggest things we can do in our communities is to connect. So what are some of the impacts that you have seen, and what are some of the impacts you want to see come out of this residency?
Totally. So in addition to the residency, it's a project-based, so we offer programming. So we have monthly recurring salons, we're hosting workshops, and we collaborate with other regional creative people to really activate the space and make it feel accessible to as many people as possible. And that's been really generative. So our salons are all intersectional, meaning they invite people from all different walks of life to join, and they're intergenerational, which has been really cool because there aren't that many intergenerational spaces anymore. Our society is pretty ageist, but our elders have so much wisdom. And the isolation that younger people feel of like, oh, who am I? Where do I belong? How do I make my way through the world? Like, a lot of those questions can be addressed by having real social connection with people who have been there, done that.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
And it's different for everybody, but we found that through these salons specifically, being able to enter into really intentional dialogue is really fun, exciting, supportive. And so for our interdisciplinary salon, we have a different theme every month. So a group of about 20 people gets together and shares work that they make in response to the theme. So the first month we talked about care. The second month we talked about time. This month we're talking about dreaming. Wow. right? Like, what does it mean to imagine different kinds of futures?
Oh, sounds so comfortable.
You know, everybody kicks their shoes off when they come in. I make a big pot of soup, right? Like, these are gestures that like make people feel at home, right? Like, I want you to feel like you're going to your like gay auntie's house when you come to my house.
I love that so much. Awesome. Well, thank you, Kate. And folks, you hear it there. Go reach out. Try to be involved. Sounds like an amazing space. Thank you so much, Kate.
Thank you.
Please welcome the Ky McClinton Band.
Stuck in this world, feeling stuck in its beauty. Now I'm loving this girl. It's just praying she don't use me. It's just praying she don't use me. It's funny how you say that. It's funny how you move that way. You're making me uncomfortable. Don't wanna hold you tonight. Why did you say that? Why did you move on? You're making me uncomfortable. Don't wanna hold you tonight. Now I'm thrown in the world, adjusting profusely, recovering from hurt. Just pray not don't lose me. Just pray not don't lose me. It's funny how you say that. It's funny how you move that way. You're making me uncomfortable. Don't wanna hold you tonight. Why did you say that? Why did you move on? You're making me uncomfortable. Don't wanna hold you tonight. That we can be friends, 'cause I know you won't be driving with him back home. I don't usually act out like this, but something about you got me asking you for just one kiss. But we could be all alone, baby. Shit, it won't be so cold, baby. But when you're stuck in my soul, and I know that you know, maybe let's go, baby. You know that I already been told, baby. You know that I won't fall, baby. Okay, you see, you're not so, baby, leave me alone. I'm on my way to sunsets, blue skies. I want to find my way back to you. You are my butterfly, and summertime is rolling around pretty soon. See now out of them beautiful eyes, I wanna know. 'Cause the smiling, did I get you by? And it be what it be, love, can't get you out of my mind. 'Cause sometimes I know you'd like to stay for just one more night. I'm on my way to sunsets, blue skies. I want to find my way back to you. You are my butterfly, and summertime is rolling around pretty soon. Blue skies, I want to find my way back to you. You are my butterfly, and summertime is rolling around pretty soon.
Thanks for joining us. For more arts, visit WMHT.org/AHA and be sure to connect with us on social. I'm Matt Rogowitz. Thanks for watching.
Funding for AHA has been provided by your contribution and by contributions to the WMHT Venture Fund. Contributors include the Leo Cox Beach Philanthropic Foundation, Chet and Karen Alpelka, Robert and Doris Fisher-Melisardi, and the Robeson Family Foundation.